I looked down for a moment, and when I looked up, he was gone. That is what an Arizona man told deputies about the disappearance of his nephew, Khayman Welch. The pair had stopped at a trailhead in the Tonto National Forest after doing some repair work at a restaurant nearby. Khayman, struggling with his mental health, reportedly told his uncle that he wanted to go see the sunset. Well, not long after that, last night, the tranquility of that beautiful spot becoming now the site of a desperate search and rescue. You could call him a loving son, a proud friend, and there's no doubt you can call Khayman Welch an artist. Charcoal sketches, a hand-sculpted logo, yet his biggest mark came as a tattoo artist.
And so I basically told Kai, it's like, hey, let's do this. You can have my whole arm.
Family friend Mike Cotter watched Khayman grow up and was thrilled to give him some work finishing a project.
So he was working from down here, like filling everything in.
But that project is on a permanent pause because of what happened in the Tonto National Forest on a sizzling summer night in August of 2020.
Kai has a tendency to kind of do his own thing and wander off.
Rhiannon Llewellyn got a call at her home in Wyoming. She heard her son had spent the day with his uncle doing some repair work on a cooler here at the Tortilla Flat Saloon. On the drive home, Brian Welch reports a stop at Weaver's Needle Vista, where the then 25-year-old wanted to see the sun set over the Superstition Mountains, getting out of the car to read this sign. A moment later, Kai was gone.
This was about 3 hours in. That's when things really started to become more and more real, that, it's dark out now, like really dark. The weather was just insanely hot. The urgency became more and more severe.
Kai had no water, no food. Brian Welch summoning deputies saying that he had no idea which way his nephew went.
We searched really early in the morning, and by like 9:30 or so, it was already getting way too hot.
Mindy Castillo on the scene searching just as soon as deputies would allow volunteers. Team members dealing with rugged terrain.
Oh, don't trust a branch, guys. I almost went for a long fall.
Scorpions, snakes, signs of mountain lions, and imposing abandoned mines.
Ew, it's a pack rat. Is that thing diseased? That whole end there is pack rat nests. I'm not giving up. I'm doing my best to find this dude.
But their biggest foe, the heat, soaring to 113 degrees as the sun rose the day after Kai's disappearance. The next day, 115 degrees, tying or record-breaking for days.
We were told not to go out there because they didn't want anybody else to go missing or, get any type of heat-related illness.
Next came fire. Flames tore through the Superstition Mountains for nearly a month, halting the search and scorching nearly 10,000 acres.
That's the start of the worst time of my life, and it hasn't ended.
Kai's mother learning what was on his electronics, searches about suicide, and cryptic messages to his younger brother. But it doesn't make sense to Rhiannon.
He was actively seeking help and taking the responsible path to be like, this doesn't feel right. I don't feel right.
Another clue, the Superstition Mountains themselves. Legends abound about the lost Dutchman mine, with more than one person searching for a cache of gold, meeting foul play, even death. After the disappearance, Kai's family learning of his intrigue.
My first thought was like, I hope they weren't out there trying to find the lost Dutchman gold.
There's no way he would just leave his uncle hanging back.
Rhiannon has gone in nonstop circles trying to trace her son's steps.
I can't even put words onto the struggle it is to not know when a piece of your soul is missing.
The soul of an artist who has touched many.
So I still have quite a bit. That's not quite, probably 3/4 of the way done.
So he needs to come back and finish it for you.
Exactly. Give me a good deal for waiting for him.
What happened to Khayman? His mother, Rhiannon Llewellyn, joining me now to talk more about the case. I know your heart is broken right now and you are searching for answers. Thank you so much for sharing your son's story with us and for giving us a little bit of your time. How hard has the last couple of years been for you, and are you any more hopeful now than you were in the beginning?
To put it lightly, the last 3 years has felt like a nightmare with open eyes.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.